This is the kind of beef noodle salad that totally pops. Beautiful, perfectly seared beef. I'm going to show you how to do that. And the most amazing Thai-style tamarind vinaigrette to drizzle over everything. This is Thai-style beef noodle salad. So first things first, let's deal with our beef. Now, I have a little special technique that I use for grilling beef for my Thai beef salads in particular. I'm going to show you what that's all about right now. So first of all, I want a little bit of fish sauce. Now the fish sauce here does take the place of salt. So instead of seasoning with salt, we're seasoning with fish sauce. But the fish sauce also has a lot more of an umami flavor and a savory flavor. It kind of enhances the beefiness, if you like. So even if you're not a fish sauce fan, please give it a try with this. It really is magical. And then the other little secret ingredient we have is palm sugar. So this is the palm sugar that I use. It comes in like a firm block here. What you need to do is just shave it, and we really only need like a scant teaspoon here. Now if you don't have palm sugar, you can just use a little bit of white sugar or brown sugar here. The main thing is the sugar is going to caramelize really quickly in the pan, which means we're going to get a beautiful charry smokiness on the outside of our steak very easily. Just give that a mix. Just kind of smush down on that palm sugar, make sure it dissolves. Now I've got a sirloin steak here, also known as strip loin, depending on where you are. Any kind of tender cut of beef is really good here. I like to use a tender cut because I think with a beef salad, you don't want to be kind of chewing down on any really firm bits of beef. So rump steak is good, ribeye is great. Now this marinade works its magic really quickly, so only need to set it aside for a couple of minutes. Don't do this overnight because that fish sauce is really salty and you'll get an overly salted steak. So in the meantime, let's take care of our noodles. Now I'm using some rice vermicelli noodles here. They just need some hot water. Now just let those soak for about 3 or 4 minutes is all they need. I much prefer this soaking method to boiling noodles that are really thin like this, because boiled vermicelli noodles can get really soggy really easily, and that's not what you want for a salad. So once those noodles are tender, just drain them in a colander. And to make tossing and serving up your noodles a little easier, I like to just run some scissors through them, cut them a little shorter. If you believe in Asian superstitions and cutting noodles is bad luck, then you could skip that step if you like. So now for the beef. I want a really super hot pan here. I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I'll just spread that oil out. And now just drain the liquid off that beef and then get it sizzling. So the technique here, because we added a little bit of that sugar, is a little different to if you were just cooking a salted steak. The sugar is going to caramelize really quickly, so what I'm aiming for is to get a really good sear and crust on the outside of the beef first. Then I'm going to turn the heat down, and then we're going to cook it slowly all the way through. This really gives you a super tender steak. So literally that was like 30 seconds, and look at that color on the beef. I love this because it kind of gives you the charriness and that kind of charry smoky flavor you get from cooking outdoors on a grill, but without having to light up your grill. Okay, so I've got the perfect color. Now I'm going to turn the heat right down. That way you get less smokiness in your kitchen as well. You don't want to set off a fire alarm. So now this very low heat is going to cook the meat gently through the center. And I'm going to keep flipping that steak over every so often. So I like my steak medium here. If you like it well done, obviously cook it for a little longer. The important thing is you need to let the steak rest. It's kind of like, you know, the heat has made all those little molecules inside of the steak all jumpy and really tight, and you want to let it rest so that those molecules and the beef fibers all just kind of relax and become a lot more tender. And I want some shallots here. I'm using these little red Asian shallots. You could use French eschalots or some red onion here as well. And some cucumber here as well. Now I like to de-seed my cucumber because the seeds are really wet and they kind of make the salad all soggy. And some cherry tomatoes. And some red chili. This one isn't incredibly spicy and this chili is very mild, but if you'd like a little bit more heat, you can obviously use a spicier chili. Now the thing with Thai style salads is the protein is always sliced really thin because salads are made to be eaten with a spoon and fork here in Thailand and not a knife and fork. And this is really good news for family eating though, because it means that one piece of steak can go a lot further. Oh, that steak, look at that colour. It's perfectly even all the way through, and that's because we had that really high heat on the outside, but then we cooked the centre through really slowly. It's the way to get tender, juicy beef. And now no Thai salad is complete without a whole bunch of really fresh, beautiful herbs. So I've got some mint first of all, and this is probably the most important herb for this one. It really should have a really strong mint flavour here. In Thai salads, always the herbs are actually like another leaf or another vegetable in the salad. They're not just a pretty garnish. And then I've got some Thai basil here as well. If you didn't have this one, you could leave it out or add some Italian basil instead. As I said, it's really the mint that's most important here. And now to finish this off and add a beautiful, sweet, tangy flavour to the salad, I'm going to be using my Thai style tamarind vinaigrette. I love this one. It has a tangy tamarind flavour that's offset with beautiful sweetness from the coconut palm sugar. So good. Now if you can't get a hold of my salad dressing, and I know a lot of you can't, just head to my website. The recipe for this has some other options for you. Don't want anyone missing out. Now just give everything a good toss. I love all those colours, so joyous. Now we just serve it up, and I like to add a little bit of fresh lime at the end just because it really brings out all those lovely herb flavours. And there you go. It's not a traditional Thai beef salad, it's my little special take on a Thai beef noodle salad. And as always, let me see how we've done. That whole mouthful is such an explosion of flavour. Beautiful herbs, beautiful dressing is just divine. And that beef is so soft and tender. Yes, I love it when my dinner tastes this good. If you've got any comments or questions, pop them below. And if you enjoyed the video, why not hit that subscribe button plus the little bell one, and that way you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thanks guys.